To find a whole amount, we are going to use the same proportion we've been talking about. We are going to do percent over 100 equals part over whole. Okay, that's always the proportion we're working with. So if we look at this story problem, about 35% of an orchestra's musicians, or 30 members, are violin players. Find the total number of musicians in the orchestra. So I already see percent, so I know that's going to go over 100, so I took care of that part. If I look at the story problem, it says I want to find the total number. That means I don't know the total yet. So that means that the whole must be my unknown. And 30 members is 35%, so that's my part. And then I'm going to cross multiply just like I've been doing. Okay, so I'm going to have 35x equals 100 times 30, which would be 3,000. And then I've cross multiplied. Now I'm going to divide both sides by 35. And so 3,000 divided by 35 is 85.7. So I would say that there are 86 because we can't have 0.7 of a person. And so I would say that there are 86 musicians in this orchestra. Sometimes they'll be written this way, and then we're still, when they're written this way, we are still looking for percent of, because after percent of comes our whole number. So that's our clue for how to set up our proportion. Okay, so 80, I know right away goes over the 100, so I can start there. And I have percent of, and then it says what number. So I don't know, because after percent of comes the whole. I don't know what the whole is yet. That means my variable has to go right there, which means that 6 must be the part. Okay, so then we are going to cross multiply, and I end up with 600 rather, sorry about that, 600, because 6 times 100 equals 80x, and then I'm going to divide both sides by 80, and 600 divided by 80 is 7.5. So 7.5 is 80%, or 6 is 80% of 7.5. So now pause the video and do the work for this problem, set up your proportion, and solve to find the whole, and then restart the video to check your work. Okay, so starting out, I know I have percent over 100 equals part over whole. This 25 is going to go on top of the percent. After there's percent of, it says what number. So I don't know what my whole is, so that's going to be my variable, which means 150 is my part. So then I'm going to cross multiply. 15,000 equals 25x. Divide both sides by 25, and that will tell us what our whole is. So 600 is the whole. So that's how you can use this proportion to find a whole amount.